Let's go!
Yo. Yeah, man. I'm liking the desert a lot. A lot less stuff to clear. Um, a little bit slower start, but yeah, I'm liking it. I'm just giving it a try to see if I can make this work. Never played desert like seriously, so giving it a try this time. How you doing, bro? Hmm. Seems like you're a bit tired. Might that might be the case. Hope you feel better though. When does the competition start? Is it today? No, it's in a bit more, right? Hmm. Hmm. Competition. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. It's because I'm well ahead. I'm almost I'm a day ahead because I'm in Southeast Asia. So I'm a bit ahead. But for me it's already Monday. To me it's already the 16th. So yeah, I'm checking now. I'll have the countdown on screen so I don't forget. All right, I think I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I hope. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, whenever I restart the Windows, the not the Windows, sorry, the game, it just crashes my connection. It's really weird. I just like reopened the another window with Downstar, and it's just every time I do that, it just hogs all the internet and just crashes the internet almost. Really strange. So how'd you do in the competition? Where did you end up? Top 500? I'm using Brave and I'm using Opera GX. No, that's not on my phone. I just Let's see if it happens again. It's stuck on 50%, so I'm gonna try to go back. Hope it doesn't happen again. 820. Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with me as well. Like the first night, like on the first 6 hours, like you know that for me the competition started at midnight, so that's tough, right? So I played until 6 a.m. and I was trying to make sure to get like at least everything like automated, so I could just sell wool yarn all night while not all night, like at least for a couple of hours while I slept. And that was it. I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I did not sell one wool yarn. I was just selling wool, and all my warehouses were full, and I didn't sell anything. And I had gas and everything. If I have free time, yeah, I do have free time. This is all I do. I don't do anything else right now. I'm semi-retired, so to speak. I do other like I do graphic design and other things, but it's just mostly I manage my own time. So that was like my first snag on this competition. And then when that happened, I just lost a lot of time, so I started building, selling as much as I could. But I was already catching up, right? I was already catching up. So it was hard when you lose like that much of advantage in the beginning. You just like it's just gonna be hard to catch up. Then the second, I think it was the second day, I was just building, trying to catch up, and I fell from like about 200 points. By that time I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try to just stay where I am, because I landed like about like 1300, and then I started selling, so I was around 1250. And I was looking at the announcement. It said like, well, 1250 is a special ranking. You can get extra 5k. So I was just like, okay, I'll just stay here to see if I can at least attempt to get the 1250. So what happened next? It was another day. I went to sleep. I wake up. I had a gray screen, so it crashed. So I was just mid 1300s, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's it. There's nothing I can do now. I'll just sell to keep like top 1500, and that's it. So yeah, that was quite disappointing. So that's it. Happens, man. Yeah, it's just tough, man. Yeah, I mean, I usually say like, well, if it's happening to me, it's happening to everyone else, right? I'm not that lucky or unlucky. So I expect other people having some sort of, well, at least somewhat, some issues as well, either with internet or disconnects or anything. I think that's part of it, but still, if you have too many of these, and if it's like, if a gray screen happens during your gameplay, nothing happens. You just refresh the page and that's it. Or you start over and that's it. That's fine. But if it happens like, I literally went to bed at midnight and the freaking thing crashed at 1 a.m. So when I woke up at like 6:30, 7 a.m., I came downstairs and I had a gray screen. And then I went to the Galuguru website to see like, okay, when did I stop selling? It was just literally after I went to bed. Like, how can you just, control that? That sucks. It really sucks. I'm just starting. I'm just trying to practice like at least to get to gas. See where my bottlenecks are. And my bottlenecks on this build here especially is energy. Even though I have the oil steep and I have one of these haunted graveyards, I'm still struggling to figure it out. But when I get to this stage, I've been having problems. It's just like it slows down quite a lot. I think it had to do with the fact that I sold gas in the beginning, so that kind of makes me a little bit tighter on the gas management that I've been using with other builds, because eggs, they produce very fast and they sell very fast, so I usually end up with 0 gas after a little bit, well, in a shorter amount of time, so I have to manage that a little bit better. So yeah, but everything else it's manageable, it's easy. And if you get desert with water, oh my god, it's very powerful. It's very, very powerful. And yesterday as well, I as soon as I put down a power plant, it just becomes free money, like free energy. It's super fast, and I just get like a big income of energy, so that's easy to control. Yeah, so I think I will actually get rid of this town and start a new one. Yeah. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Okay, you're watching? Alright. Do you want to follow a guide? Are you doing forest or... I think you're doing forest, yeah? Okay. Okay, you have 40 gas, wheat, and you have wood. Alright. Okay, let me go. Okay, I'll destroy this town. Okay. The screens with 4 windmills. I was doing 1 flower a minute. They took them out. But why? You're selling too fast? Was that it? Alright, Miss Carol. First things first. Where are you? Did you go to Kalimantan again? Here? Should be here, right? Where are you? Little black. See you. Kalimantan? Did you go to the development server or you're in a different server? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was just trying to see. Oh, hey Maverick. Sorry, I for some reason I got you confused with Cuffed. He was also writing. No, I was talking to Carol. Sorry, I wasn't talking to you, Maverick. I was talking to Carol. Sorry about that. There's a mix-up. Wow. So, Miss Carol, can you hear me or not? Type in chat. Type in chat if you can hear me. Let's this ocean. Oh, yeah. There's no rivers here. Quite bad. Can you hear me or not? No. This one. Planes. Yeah. Yes. No. I have to do same as her. Okay. Okay. Do. Okay, can you hear me or not? Just type in chat if you can hear me. I cannot be typing with you and just I cannot do this like that. Like you talk to me in chat, otherwise it's just hard for me to just going back and forth from private messages to chat to Twitch to whatever. Look at what I'm doing, right? So you have something similar to this, correct? You have water. So you have two faces of water, which is, it's okay, it doesn't matter right now. And you have a boat to sell, and you have some pawns. Those are the little pawns. These are pawns. If you click on top of them, they're pawns. And you have a boat. You have 40 gas, and you should have wheat to sell, right? So when you click here and you go to sell, don't sell yet. I'm just going to explain. You can sell to Jakarta, probably, right? So you can sell here for Jakarta. It takes 1 minute and 37 seconds, and it costs you 1 gas. If this number is different, then you're gonna spend more gas. Like you see here, I can sell to Kuala Lumpur, but it costs me 3 gas. If I want to sell to Manila, it's gonna cost me 4 gas, right? The top one is the one you want to use because it's less time and less gas. Okay, so you can sell the first one, so you can get a little bit more money in. You can yeah, I know it's too high, but she's just starting the mechanics of the game. It's not really important. She's not doing competitions. She's just barely starting. This is just for her, for Carol to understand how the game works. So it's just to understand mechanics. So you got different types of buildings, right? So you have, this one might be different than yours. Yours should be white and it says builder house. And you have a builder house. When you build something, that's the guy who's going to build. He's going to get wood and other materials that you have or you need, and he's going to build you the buildings you need. Your workers are automated, so they just do the tasks that they are supposed to do automatically, right? So this guy is a farmer, and he's gonna pick up the wheat, and he's going to put the wheat in the silo. The wheat to grow needs water. So you see here, it has 2 out of 3 water. If it doesn't have enough water, the farmer needs to put water on it so it can grow, right? This one's ready to pick up. You can see now it's growing. It has a timer. It takes about 20 seconds to grow. Okay? Are you following so far? When you get this little symbol here, that means your boat has come back, and you can click it to receive the money from the sale. Okay, now how do you progress from this? You can do 2 things. You can expand your wheat, so you can have more volume, so you sell more, and you can expand by making more workers, so you have more workers to pick up the wheat and to sell faster. But each worker has a cost. Okay, so if you want to put, for example, another house, if you go here to this symbol here on the corner that has a little house, you can click there, and you have farm, ranch, terrain, industrial, and trade. So what you want now is to go to a farm. You want to build a farm, right? Farmhouse. So what happens? It says here, like, you must place near a road. If you go back, this square does not have road. Okay, so what do? You build a road. So you click on the place you want to build something. You go to this brown little symbol here, you click it, and you go to the terrain, and then you build a dirt road. You can build other things, but right now what you need is roads. So you click there, and it builds something. It has a cost, so it costs 1,000. So it will be removed the value from here, from the top, okay, from your money. And when you have this symbol, it means it's ready. You click it, and it places the road where you want it. Okay, so now you can go here where you wanted to put the other farmer, You go back to the menu to build stuff. You go here to the farm and see now the farmer house is available. So now you can build a farmer, another farmer. Okay, so you click here, and what happens is that the builder from this house will collect wood to build this house. It just requires one wood. So this guy, you can see, it takes a little bit of time, but he's going to use the road to walk faster, and he's going to build your house, your farmer. Okay. Now, once he's done, you click on it and he starts getting paid. So every minute he gets paid, and he will also work to pick up and collect the wheat and water the plantations. So he's a farmer, he does several different tasks. So how do you do this? What do you want to do here? Well, maybe you can expand a little bit, okay? Let's not do anything too fancy, too advanced. So you click here on this square. You want to click here on this square and just do some plantation. You scroll down here and you click wheat field. Okay, you do the plantation there, right? Once it's done, you click. So one thing you noticed here, this is permanent. This one and this one are permanently watered because they receive passive water from this pond. Each pond gives 2 water around it. So it gives 2 water here, 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 and so forth, right? But this requires 3 water. So where's the other water coming from? Well, it's coming from this marsh, right? So this marsh is giving 1 water around it. So it's 1 water here, 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 and so forth. So what happens? It's cumulative. This one gives 2 and the marsh gives 1. So I get 1 from the marsh and 2 from the pond. So that makes it 3. So this one is permanently watered. So it doesn't need for the farmer to go put water on it because it's ready to pick up. So what does this mean? It means that all your plantations, if possible, you want to place them in a place that has water, so you can not waste time watering the plantations, so you can have a faster production. Okay, so you see here that what's happening now is that my silo is full. So what do you do in this situation? You either make another silo so it starts filling up, or you sell. In this case, you want to sell because you don't want to spend a lot of money right now, because you should be spending your money in increasing your production, not so much in spending money to just increase your capacity of storage. That's not terribly important at this point. Okay, let me know if you're following so far. So one trick here is that you can use, you have to be careful with this, but one trick that you can use here is that you don't have to sell manually and click the boat every time it's ready to sell or to receive the money. You can click here on your profile picture and you can click the auto sell. Okay, when you click the auto sell, if you go on customize, you have all your products down here and you have your product here. So you can add this, add for example wood. I don't recommend you selling wood, but you can add the product from down here, add item, and then it will sell the item you choose automatically. As long as you have gas, it will sell it. Okay, so you can use that like to make things easier and to just like sell automatically, and you don't have to worry too much about it. But there's a catch. You have to be careful because it will always be selling, so you're a little bit under pressure, right? So you only have 40 gas, so if you're selling every time and you're selling fast, then you're gonna run out of gas pretty fast. Okay, so that's when the making gasoline it's so important in the game, and it starts to make sense. So you have to think about your priority is to make gas, be self-sustained in gas, auto-sufficient in gas production. Okay, so you're gonna aim to go in that direction. So if you go here, just click on any spot near the road. It doesn't mean that you're going to build there. It just means like you can check the requirements for your refinery. If you go to industrial and you see here, well, it costs 15,000. We have 30,000. That's good, but you can actually afford it. We're not going to build it yet, but you can actually afford it. If you click here the information, this little eye in a circle, you click it and it's gonna say, okay, refine crude oil and make gasoline or other petrochemical products. So with the refinery, you can do petroleum, you can do gasoline, and you can do jet fuel. Okay, so in order to make gasoline, you need to make petroleum first. So eventually you either have one refinery and you switch back and forth to make petroleum and then make gasoline, which is a little bit slow, but it is possible. Or you make two refineries, one to make petroleum and one to make gasoline. Okay, so what are the requirements to make petroleum? Well, you need industrial water and you need energy, but you don't have energy or industrial water anywhere here. So what do? Well, you have to build it. You have to also build it, and those things cost money. So the whole game revolves about like on growing your assets, growing your town in a direction that allows you to sell, to make money, to build what you need to sell more. Okay, so if you look here at the right hand side, and if you see here the little star, and I have 40, well, that means this is the amount of stars I sold so far. Every product that I sell, in this case wheat, has a value in stars, and this is the amount I've accumulated of stars so far. So your objective in the game is make more stars than the other people, so that if it's just for fun or if it's a competition, it doesn't really matter. It matters that this is the objective of the game, is to sell products for stars, and that's where you go ahead in the game. Yeah, you're probably on a different server than mine, but that doesn't matter. Very likely what's gonna happen is that you're gonna run out of time because you are in a server. Yeah, I told you to check that, but you didn't check it. It's okay. So on top here of your game, it says 15 days left. Yours says 1 day left. So you are on a server that is going to finish tomorrow. So you need to find a server that says, well, more than 1 day, because otherwise you cannot practice with time. So you need to start. You don't have to start over, but you will have to start over because tomorrow it resets. Okay, if you're still here and if I haven't lost you, if you're still paying attention, one trick that we use is that in order to make money faster, we can use the resources on the tiles on your map to make money faster. For example, you see here, if I click on a tree, it says here on the bottom, it says remove, and it says 20,000 in red. So to get this tree away from this place, it costs me 20,000. I don't want to remove it. It's very expensive and I don't want to deal with it right now because I don't have a lot of money and I just started the game. But this is in red and this is a cost that will be subtracted from my money, my balance. But if you go here, for example, to a pond does not cost me any money. In fact, it will give me money. It says if you remove, I have green, so it will give me $2,500. So I can remove this and I say clear this pond and it gives me money. So you can see I was 36, now I'm 38. Okay, so you can use that trick to make a little bit of money, extra money, if you really need it to build other things and to make things faster. So I don't recommend you removing all the ponds because otherwise you just might get stuck and not have a source of water to build any other things. So I recommend that you still do a little bit more of growth so you can receive more money, so you can have a more comfortable balance, so you can build things and not be struggling with money, because just selling wheat is not profitable and you will run out of gas pretty fast. Okay, so what I recommend is, okay, let's see what else we got here that we can build that can also give us some money. Okay, I am going to just choose this location here just because it's easier and it's close to the pond, so I'm probably gonna have some water. Actually, let's do it closer. Let's do it here. Okay, for what I want to build, I can do it there. All right, so I go here to the little brown menu, and I want to go to the ranch, and I want to do some chicken. Okay, it costs 15,000. What are the other requirements? If you want eggs, you probably want chicken. You can't have one without the other. So I want to produce eggs. Actually, let's not produce eggs. Let's not go here yet. Let's do something different. Let's do something different. Let's do flour. I want to build a mill to do flour. So I'm going to use the flour. I'm going to use the flour that I'm producing and I'm storing in the silo, and I want to make flour out of the wheat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little piece of road here, and I'll explain why in a bit. And I'm going to build a windmill here. So you have to be careful because these things are expensive, and if you make a mistake, then well, it's tricky, right? So windmill, it costs 7,500. It's pretty cheap, and harness the power of the wind to grind your crops into craft-ready ingredients. The mills can do flour, sugar, or salt, providing that you give them the necessary ingredients. They can only do one thing at a time. So you make a little windmill here. The construction guy is gonna pick up some wood, and you will start building your windmill. So far so good. All right, right now I'm going to turn off the auto sell, just because I want to accumulate some wheat so I can use here in the windmill to give you the example. So when the boat comes back, I'll check something for you. Yeah, you might have to change the server because it's going to finish in one day. So I recommend that you do change the server. Change it to the development server because at least you have 15 days left. So money's back, boat is back. Let's click here, sell. And so what I wanted to show you is like every time you sell wheat, it gives you back $3,000, which is okay. If you sell wood, so every time you sell, you need to have 10. You cannot sell 1 or 2. The minimum requirement is to sell 10. So you have to have 10 to sell. So for 10 wheat, you get paid $3,000. For 10 wood, you get paid $2,500. If you want to sell gas, it pays you $14,000. 14,500. So that can help if you really need money, right? But right now I don't recommend it. You don't really need to sell gas. It's just for you to check the products that you will have available. You can click on them to see how much they sell for, okay? So you see if they're profitable or not. So the windmill is taking a little bit of time. So what are we gonna do? Okay, let's make maybe a little bit of road because we do have a little bit of money, and we can build a little bit of road here like so. So the workers get there faster and they build faster. Okay? Okay. So far so good. So if you noticed, we're spending wood, but we are not getting any wood. And we have a lot of trees. So if you're spending wood and you're not making wood, what do you need? You need to make more wood. How do you do that? Easy. You just get one of these guys. You go here, you click the area where you want to build, usually by the road, because you need to have road to build buildings, most of them. And you go to the little menu there, and you want to go to the farm, and you need to get a lumberjack house. Okay, you get this guy, and the lumberjack, it's ready. It does not cost any materials, and it just has a cost of $30 per minute. So this guy will automatically pick up trees and put them there on the woodshed, and he deposits them there every time. Okay, he will also take wood to some buildings that require wood to function. So the little worker has finished. The windmill is about to finish as well. It takes a little bit of time to finish the building, and you just have to wait a little bit. So right now, well, it got filled pretty fast. We have 20 wheat. So when you don't have space, I'm gonna turn on the sound so you hear something, which is dreadful sound, but it is what it is. Let me see. Okay, you hear this sound? This is the sound of your products being destroyed. If you don't have space, or if the product is not going to where it should be going, this is what happens. Look, it gets destroyed. So that means you are wasting your products if you don't have a place to store them, or if you don't have a place to or if you're not selling them or using them to produce something different. So I can only sell gas when I have no money or I really need money. Yes, selling gas is just like a type of emergency situation. In your case, yes. In more advanced situations, advanced players can use that money to build faster, but they know what they're doing. So for now, I don't recommend you to sell gas, because the more gas you have, the more time you have to get to gas production, right? And if you sell gas, you have less, so it's going to be, your gas is going to end a lot faster. All right. Okay, so this building is finished. The windmill is finished. So what does the windmill need to operate? What does it do? So you go here to this button to craft, you click it, and you can see what it can do: flour, sugar, or salt. So when you see here, it requires 2 wheat to produce flour, it requires 6 sugarcane to produce sugar, and requires 4 brine to produce salt. So what do you have here? We have wheat, right? We have wheat. So we're going to produce flour. We're going to click the building, click craft, and you're going to say make flour. Once you click the make flour, the millman is going to go fetch some products. He's going to fetch some wheat so he can put it in the mill, so the mill can work. Okay? So once it has 2 wheat inside and 1 wood, it will start milling and it will produce 1 flour. So you can see there 1 wheat. The lumberjack is also helping, so he's going to bring 1 wood. You see, the lumberjack went there. Okay, you got 1 wood, and now you got 2, and it starts. You see that this timer here is on green. It takes 30 seconds to finish one packet of flour. You need 10 to sell. So why is it green? It's green because there is no wind block around it. No other buildings are around it. And with windmills, what happens is that if you build something close by, it will go on yellow and then on red. And on red, it takes like 4 minutes. So it takes a really long time to produce. So if you're doing windmills, you always want to make sure you're going to be away at least 3 squares, at least like 1, 2, 3 squares away from another building. So if I want to build something, I can only build it 1, 2, 3. I can only build it here. So it's on green. Okay, so you don't want to have other buildings interfering because it's just going to slow down your production. Okay, all right. So it's milling fast, and once this finishes, which it did in just about 30 seconds, your flour gets stored here in this little building that is called a storehouse. Once you have 10, you can sell. So right now, well, it's producing another one. And once the timer is finished, the millman will take the flour to the storehouse. But you can see here that we're full on wood and we're full on wheat. So that means you're producing a lot more wheat than the mill is consuming. So you have 2 options. Either you sell the excess or you build another windmill. Okay? So to build another windmill, what do you need? Road, and you need to be away from other buildings, including the windmill as well. So any kind of building does shade and does wind block. So what you want to do is to just maybe 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's put a piece of road here. Actually, my internet is crapping itself. All right, so let me just check so I don't make a mistake here. 1 second. I don't want it to be so, because I haven't done windmills in a long time, and I don't want to make a mistake here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 3 spots, 3 spaces in the middle, in between them. Okay, and shady. I think it's 1 more. Might be. Oh no, it's not. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So it needs to have 3 spaces in between, like I was saying. It's correct. So you can do a little bit of road. Yeah, let's do it here so we can extend the road from there, that side. So you can make a little bit of road here because every building needs a piece of road to be built on, and you can build another windmill there. Remember to always check your balance so you don't run out of money. What happens if you run out of money? Your workers will stop working, and then you don't have a way to make money, right? If you don't have a way to make money, you don't have a way to pay your workers, so your town basically dies, right? That's like practically game over. There are ways to do it, there's tricks, but in the beginning it's very hard to make sense of what you need to do, right? So because this is taking a long time to produce or to finish this building, since we have a little bit of money left, we have a little bit of leeway, and we have some pawns that we can destroy for money if we need, and we have gas to sell if we really need it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a building here that is industrial, and it's a builder house. Yours is different than mine. Yours should be white and blue, so you just click here. So the builder's house is one of those buildings that you can build anywhere. It does not require a road, so you can build it anywhere. So you can save spaces that by the road for other buildings that require road, because in the beginning they're very valuable because you know you need the road to build other buildings on. So before you build something, just remember that you might need that space for something more important. The builder house can be built anywhere. You can put it outside, a little bit away, not too close to any sort of buildings. I might have screwed up here because I forgot I had this thing here. That's okay. 1 2 3. So we'll build it. I forgot that building was there. 1 2 3. So I'll do it here. I'll put it there. I'll keep 2 workers, but I'll just move. I just moved the farmhouse, the farmer house over there, so it's not interfering with the timer on that windmill. Okay, so it makes a little bit faster. I'm just going to make a little bit of road here, so these guys are walking faster. Okay, if they use the road, they usually run a little bit faster and produce faster, and yeah, it's a little bit better. So this one's still a little bit behind. With the road might be a little bit better. Okay, so one thing, while these guys are doing their thing, they're working, they're doing their automatic tasks, what we can do here while this finishes building, because it takes a bit of time, we can go here to the profile and we can go to customize the auto cell. So you click there, and what you want to do is click the flower, and you can add flower to the auto cell list. What I recommend now is to actually remove the wheat from here, because that way it will not be using gas to sell inferior product that gives you less money. Okay, so yeah, you might get right now a little bit of wheat getting destroyed, but that's just now, because as soon as these 2 mills are working in tandem, they're gonna use a lot more wheat, sorry. So you got 2 windmills working. They should be on green, both of them. Let's see. We have to wait, but yeah, they should be on green, both of them. So far so good. So we still have wood, 8 wood, it's still fine, no problems. We have plenty of wheat. The lumberjack is still getting wood from the forests. These are called wild trees, and they have like their own timers. Okay, they have their own timers. These are yellow. Oh yeah, because there's salt everywhere, right? Probably. Let's see. Yeah, they're all on yellow. Yellow. I don't even know. Anyway, so far so good. Okay. So now you have. It is working so fast that I didn't even see it. Okay. So back here in the storehouse, you have 8 flour. You just need 2 more to make your first sale of flour. In this case, me, because I'm doing it, but that's how you do it, right? Once you get that flour sold, because we did the auto sell here, make sure it's on, otherwise it doesn't work. But once you get it, so this is still green, even though we're over here, it's still green. So you want to have, in the beginning, you want to have the mills working on the green timer. There's no need for you to work on timers yellow or red when you have basically nothing yet on your town apart from like just a few buildings. So you have enough space, you can sprawl, you can distance yourself, and you can have like more windmills working for you. So a little bit at a time, and you build one at a time, slowly, with enough money so you don't spend all your money just building stuff and you run out of money. So there you go. This is the last one, 10, and there we go. We're selling wool now. Not wool, sorry, flour. My bad. Okay, and they keep working. They keep working. That's it. They just keep working. They keep doing their thing. We still have plenty of wheat. They're not using, not even like not enough wheat to make a dent or to spend whatever they're putting there. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you can still put another windmill there somewhere that is not going to affect really that much your production. So what are we gonna do? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can do it here. Quite lucky. We make a little bit of road here. There you go. And 17,000. Yeah, we still have enough money to make another windmill. Plus, we just had a sale going out right now, and we're going to receive money in about 20 seconds. So that gives us a little bit of room for us to build something and not be worried about like running out of money. Okay, that's the first sale, and now we have $29,000. So that's pretty good, and you have made like a first flower sale, which makes you a nice chunk of money for a beginning. That's pretty good. That's your first sale, and that puts you on track to keep selling more and selling faster and making more money, and then you'll be in profit. So you kind of have a little small production here going. Very likely with this third one, you might start struggling with wheat. You might have like to make more wheat because it's gonna probably be slower. Your production will be slower. So you need 3 water, so you need to find a place with enough water so you can grow some wheat. So for example, at some point, because it would be easier to have the road here so they could walk faster, right? At some point you want to complete here this road. But removing the marsh is not too bad because it's just 5,000. It costs you 5,000. The number is in red. But if you want to remove the tree, that's 20,000. You only have 29,000. So just removing a tree and just killing your balance is not really worth it. So it's only worth it when you have enough money to spend, and that thing is not that important right now. So you just keep doing whatever you need to do, and you just like leave it there for now. You don't need to really get rid of it for now. Ellie. up. It would be faster for them to build and for the millman then to get the materials, but you know, it is what it is. It's part of the game, and yeah, it's just the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it. So let's see where we can do. Okay. So here what I recommend is, because we have a little bit of money left and we actually need some space, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this marsh. Actually, we're gonna remove these two marshes from here. Okay, so yes, we're going to spend 10,000, but in this case it's kind of necessary. Okay, so what do you do here? Because now you have more space, what you can do here is to make some wheat fields. There's one here, you can do one there, and you can even do one there. Okay, this should have enough water for all of them, because when you have more than 3, well, you get 2 for each, right? You get 2 passive water for each of the ponds, so they kind of accumulate. You get 2 from here, 2 from here, and kind of 2 from there, right? From here as well. You got 2 and 1, so that's enough water to have all these producing wheat without any manual watering. So you can do that like with a passive water. Okay, so now you're producing tons of wheat. This building is finished. Let's put him to make flour. We're back to 8 flour, so they've been producing fast. Once we get to 10, it will sell again. And look how the gas is reducing. Okay, so you're gonna have less and less gas. So you have to start thinking about, okay, what do I need to do to not run out of gas? So we're gonna do that now. Five. I do it here. 2. Yeah, I can remove this one. At this point, because you're having 3 windmills, I would suggest to get another lumberjack, because things are going to start to require more wood, and I suggest just getting another one. It's not extremely needed yet. They're still doing their thing, but you can see that this guy still it might be better just to add one more. Okay, so we have a little bit of road there that is unused, and we're going to use that to build a lumberjack. Just to make things a little bit more faster. I'm going to remove the corner of this pond here because I want to make a little piece of I want to plant some oak because I'm going to need oak for the next step, and since it takes a little bit of time to produce, to grow, then I'll just do it now. Add a little piece of road there because I want to make another wood storage, woodshed. Woodsheds are on the first page. They're farm related, so it costs 5,000, and they cost nothing to build, just money. So we just sold flour, and we're still good. We're still good. So right now, this is what I want to do here, and here I'll put some oak, an oak farm. I should have enough water here. Oh my god, 15 minutes. Oh yeah, because of the mills. Not so good. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Let's do it. Let's do it here. Let's do it here. Okay. 2 minutes. It's on green. It cannot be better than that. It's just how it is. Right. So hopefully the lumberjacks will pick it up when it's ready. flower rush. Yeah, it's going well, man. It's going well. Mayhem is going okay. It could be going a lot better, but you know, with after hours playing like from midnight to 6 a.m. due to time zone differences and gray screens crashing in the middle of the night, so your town is not selling. Yeah, all sorts of things are happening, so it's, yeah, it's a bit tricky, but you know, at least I'm having fun and I'm getting paid a little bit, so that's not too bad. How's your... Oh, I finally tried spider tanks. It is fun. It is fun, I must say. It is fun. I think I will play a little bit more. I tried it yesterday for a bit. I did maybe about 5 matches. Yeah, it was fun. Welcome everyone. So where are we at? We're thinking about like refinery, so we have a little bit of money, but for the refinery we need also a worker, we need oil, we need energy, we need industrial water, so we need a bunch of things that we still don't have. So we need to build those first before we have the refinery built, so we're gonna do that first. Spider tanks, yeah, it's a lot more casual, and the games are fast, and you can just like turn away from your computer and just go do something else. Well, you can do that as well in Townstar, but I know it's different. I know it's different. You can prepare your build, and you just do like I don't know, like a 5-hour stream where you just do Townstar. You prepare your town just to do, you know, you get to gasoline, you make it self-sustainable, and then you just play spider tanks, and you just go back when you have enough money to do some more changes. You leave it be, leave it selling, and then go back to it again. You can do that. It's just more time management, but it is totally possible. All right, so we don't want to build too close to the mills here, especially because we just like we just started, and we don't want to have red timers yet, at least yet. So we're gonna expand. I can do it here. We don't have a lot of space right now because we built the windmills too close to this nucleus here, but that's okay. We can just wing it. So we need a worker. So like first thing I'm gonna do is build a worker house. Anyways, going to get some sleep. Still gonna oh yeah, you should, man, you should. I've been super tired as well, like oh, it's just been crazy. It's been a crazy month so far, and we're just on the 16th, so we have another 15 days to go. But yeah. Oh, have you heard of Town Crush? Town Crush starts tomorrow as well, with beginning of the 3rd competition on Townstar. And if you reach level 12 on Town Crush, there's a prize pool of $400,000 to divide for people that get to level 12. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna be playing Townstar and Town Crush on my phone, just going crazy. No sleep until for Town Crush, yeah, for sure. No sleep until June. Okay, I got a worker. I am going to this is a bit choppy, but that's forest for you until things get better. It's just how it is. You just have to wing it. You just have to kind of like go a bit slower. So I need a piece of road here. I want to build my warehouse always very close to my refinery. So I will do it here. So it's also next to the fuel storage, and I'm going to build my refinery here along those lines around here, because I have water, so I can do water pumps, and it's going to be cheaper to do it there. Yeah, I'm hoping to see what's going to happen as well with the other games. I'm quite curious. We'll see what happens. I think it's gonna be fun. Well, at least there's a lot of money involved, right? Make some monies. And I'm really hoping for that the competitions will still happen, at least like maybe twice a month. I mean, once a month, it would not be too bad either, or more, but yeah, I think at least once a month or twice a month will be super cool. We got a little bit of a storage there, we got a worker, so now we need to think about energy, and we need to think about oil. We need oil. So the way I usually do it is I find 2 spots like this, consecutive, 2 open spots, so I can build like one road and one wind turbine. So it's not too far from town, so I'm going to just build one here. Yeah, I'm gonna do one here. Make sure it's far away enough from the windmills so they don't get wind block or shade, and that will affect as well your wind turbines productions. So you have to be careful. Just make sure it's far away from everything. Not so good there. 1, 2, 3. Make another one here. So when you start in the forest, you have this problem, which is there's not much space because you have so many trees. But wait, is that like too close to the other one? It should be okay. I was just checking to see if it was on top of this one, and it should be fine. So this is on green, that means it's not being affected by anything else. This one should also be on green. Now there is one structure, which is the oil pumps that can be built near other buildings, because they do not make any shade or wind block. The only thing is that they affect pollution. So they do pollution. So if you're running any buildings that are affected by pollution, then it's not so good. They will get the timers in red. But if you are just close to a building like this, it's fine. Doesn't matter. So you can do an oil pump here, and well, it's starting to look like something, right? So as you can see here, builders are going to take the materials to the buildings that need to be finished. The wind turbines are already producing energy, and when they finish, they get their products picked up by the worker that we built. And this is the guy, this is the worker. It has like a little yellow hat on. He goes and he picks up, you see this one's ready. He picks up the energy and oil when it's ready, and he brings it to the warehouse, right? So what we're gonna do here is we're probably gonna have to spend some money here, but that's fine. It's gonna have to be this way. Could have gone here. No, it's just this really sucks, but probably going to be just how it is. Well, I'm gonna do this. This might be easier to simple build. Let's do I have a water? No, not yet. I need the oak. It still hasn't been picked up. Christ, man. Let's force this. This might work. This might work. Usually it does work. So here, okay, we got the oil pump working. It's on green. Is it affecting this? Let's check. No, not affecting, so it's good. And energy 27 gas, 6 flour, 18 wheat. We still have lots of lumber, which is great. Not lumber, sorry, wood. He goes pick it up. Oh, yeah. He will go there eventually. Yeah, he will go there because he's going to deposit the wood here. Then he's going to pick up anything that is closest to the drop-off point. So he should pick up maybe this tree first and then this one. Let's see. Well, there you go. Even better than I thought. See, that's how you trick it. That's how you trick the guy to go pick up the oak when you need it. You put the drop-off point very close to the oaks, and then you'll pick it up faster. That's a super secret technique. Okay, so let's think about the industrial water should be done now, the facility, so that will be I'll be done very quickly as we get that going. We're gonna do the refinery here, so I think I'm gonna have to, I'm just gonna do the easiest. I'll do the easy way without spending money. So the trick to go around all these trees is to find spots where you can just try to manage to build stuff and grow. And then when you do have money, then you start clearing, because it is expensive right now. If I try to clear like a $20,000 tree, that's going to just destroy my my balance. So I don't want to do that, and I don't need to do that at the moment. So I'll just build around them, and with time then you start clearing them up. Miss Carol, you still there? You still following what I'm doing? What you need to do? So in this small guide, I'm just going to get to the point where I can make gas. If I make one gas, that's it, then I'm done. I don't want to get to the point that I'm self-sufficient with power stations or anything, because it's going to take a long time, because power plants are very expensive, so they take a long time to get there. The one thing I just want to show with this, you know, small guide is to how to get to gas and what you need, and how are the basics of how the buildings work, the roads, the workers, what do they do, how do they do it, how to sell, how to build, you know, all that stuff. Different buildings have different requirements, different workers do different things, and so as soon as this refinery gets built, you will see that to produce gasoline, you need to produce first petroleum. Because it's just one, we're gonna do one at a time. We're first going to do 1 barrel of petroleum, and then we're going to do 1 barrel of gasoline. Once that's done, I'm moving on to something else. But you see, everything else is automated. We don't really need anything else. Well, you know, obviously you can expand, you can do more windmills, you can sell more, you can sell faster, produce more quantities, and go into other types of products. So you can sell like batter, cake batter, or cakes or something like that, or butter, or salt. So there's all sorts of things that you can do and sell, and there's different techniques to get to where you need. But you just need to decide on what you want to do. You just need to decide on what you want to do, what you want to sell, and just practice. Right now, I don't think it's a good idea to just think about like doing oh, I wanna do, you know, something complicated. Just try to focus on staying alive and focusing on one particular thing, and you will grow slowly, but you grow understanding what you're doing and what you need to do to not run out of money. Okay, so we get the refinery. If we click on craft, you can do 3 things with the refinery. You can do petroleum, gasoline, or jet fuel. So what we need is gasoline. But what are the requirements for gasoline? Petroleum, 2 water, and 6 energy. Well, we don't have petroleum, so we need to do petroleum first. So what do you need for petroleum? You need crude oil, water, and energy. Make. So because we made the little oil pump here that is pumping out crude oil, and we already have 1 crude oil here waiting for us. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just do petroleum first. Once that first barrel of petroleum is done, then we switch and we do one tank of gas. One's ready. It's just taking a long time, so I think I might have to do another worker because that one's taking way too long. I have some space here. We can do another worker here because the worker is just going around getting energy and he's taking too long to get to all the stuff. Like this one's ready, this one's ready, you know, so that way we can make another worker and then it just gets a little bit faster. So otherwise it just takes way too long. Miss Carol, when you have a chance, take a screenshot and send it to me so I can see your town, see what you're doing. I had a terrible night's sleep last night. I'm gonna have to take a nap today. 12:30, almost lunchtime. So what we have here, this is on the left. Here is your inventory, and so this number here on top, 670, is your workers' wages. This is how much your workers are charging you per minute to work and to keep your town moving. Then you have here the wood. You currently have 23 wood in total, 25 gas, 19 wheat, 11 energy, 4 barrels of water, 1 oak, and 4 flour. Okay, we have finished doing 1 petroleum, so we're gonna stop and we're gonna make gas. So the same worker is gonna pick up the petroleum, take it back into the refinery. They can only do one thing at a time. So that's why it's important when you have at least some money, you can have two refineries, and one is producing petroleum and the other one is doing gasoline. So that way you have 2 constantly working and you don't have to stop and switch back and forth, you know, it's a lot harder. And yeah, so this is like beginner stuff, but now you need a lot more energy, right? 6 energy to do 1 gas. Right now we do have a little bit of energy, so that's not a big problem. But when you start doing things in more quantity and selling faster, you will need to automate this whole situation. And you're probably gonna go and have to do like a setup where you have power plants and refineries. So you have passive energy and you don't require to wait to get energy or water. Is just automatic. You just produce automatic. You just need the oil and you just keep producing automatically gasoline. Okay, that's what that's what is necessary to expand after that and to keep selling without any issues, any problems. You just need to have an automatic gasoline production. 2 is gonna be yellow. It was 1, 2. So yeah, we don't have a lot of space. I should have pushed the windmills further down, further here. I should have put the windmills here, like on this line, on this last line. That's where I should have put the windmills. Okay, so you have more space to build and to put other workers without having any issues into getting this wind block and putting the timers on red. And also you can have the crops without having timers on red, so everything is like faster producing. That's what you want to do. But in this case, it's just it is what it is. I am going to move this I'm going to put this lumberjack there. And I'm going to move it from here. And what I want to do is I have a little bit of money. I could be doing a lot more, but it is what it is. So if I think like it's going to be water, power, binary. Water. Do this. Okay. So I'm going to remove this tree. It's expensive, but it's starting to make a bit more sense to spend some money so I can organize a little bit better. This is not an ideal setup, it's just an example, but it works for now for what we want to do. We have 50k, we have a refinery. Maybe we want to save some time producing water. Usually what it's done is we get industrial water. We get a water pump that costs 3 wood and 3 oak and 30,000. So we'll end up with 20,000, which is enough of a buffer, of a pillow of money, so the town operates without actually going bankrupt. So this is not the usual setup, so it's not a good example. It's just an example for now to see how it could be or what it does, so to speak. Don't follow this example particularly, because this is not like the proper way to do it. You should like this building should be here in front, or you know, at least getting one passive, because that's the best way to do it. There's many ways to put the buildings, to arrange them in a way that they're more effective, because in the end they're gonna have to be receiving passive water, passive energy. So you need to find a way that is a good setup and efficient, so you can minimize the tiles you're using and still having the production you need, right? And the less tiles you use on gas production, the more tiles you can save to produce something else. In the end, on an end build, on a more advanced level, all tiles are necessary, and the more tiles you have available, not being used like unnecessarily, it gets more efficient, right? So everything's still going fine. Oh, actually, there's a big mistake here, but so I forgot. I forgot to switch from gas to petroleum, and you can see that this is a problem. If you forget, it starts filling up with the things you need to build, so it's like a waste of materials. Because if I have to switch now, if I say, okay, if I do this and I switch, if I stop production here and I go to petroleum, I lose all the elements that are inside already. So because we are going to build another one, we're just going to leave that there. We still have plenty of gas, so we're gonna do another refinery. So we're just gonna wait for our next sale to happen, which is very, very soon. We're at 9 flour. There you go. It's basically another minute, and we can do the other refinery here. In fact, we can start it already. We have enough money. Okay. So a forest start is it can be easier and harder at the same time, because in a forest you have a lot of pawns that you can literally redeem for money. That gives you a more a faster start, because you can use that money to build things faster, right? But then mid-run, if you don't really have enough money, that's going to hinder you, because you're gonna have to be destroying trees left and right. You're gonna have to like build things around the trees, which can cost you time and money as well. So it's like well, it's a personal decision what you prefer and what not. There's other solutions, the desert and the plains. The desert always has like one oil hole. I can't remember exactly what they're called. Let me check. What are they called? An oil seep. And with an oil seep, you can have your refineries and your power plants fed passive crude oil. Like, you don't need an oil pump like this. You can have passive oil. So that saves a little bit of time, a little bit of space. It has pros and cons, because the desert obviously doesn't have any water. So your start is a lot slower. You have to, these pawns that you will need for trees and everything, you don't have trees in the desert, so you have to plant your own trees. You have to make holes, not make holes, but you have to make ponds, so you have passive water. You have to have extra wells, extra farmers to water your wells, to water your crops. So it's a different set of problems, a different start. There's not like one thing that is more viable than the other. It's just they're different and they have different potentials. The plains, they're kind of like in between. So there's no water, but they're green. There's a lot of pastures like this that animals can feed on. And yeah, that's just There's 3 different biomes at the moment. I think they are working on more, but that's it for now. For now, that's the biomes we have, and that's how they work. We have to always be very careful with inventory management, with the warehouse, for example, because they are constantly getting energy and constantly producing water. You might get to a point that if there's an imbalance in speed of production, you're gonna get more water than energy or more energy than water. And then what happens is that one item just overtakes the other one because it's being produced faster and not being used. So you end up with possibly a warehouse full of one item, and then when for example, here we're getting to 11 energy. It's a little bit balanced, so it's fine. But we might get to a point that I'm producing energy way too fast, and I get to 20 energy, and then I have no room for water. And without water drums, I cannot continue producing, right? So I have to be extremely careful with the inventory management. So how do you do this? How do you do this? There's a way to do it. You can flush, which will destroy all the products inside. So that way you can get rid of it, and they can start putting water and energy and other things inside again. Or if you're in a stage that you have gasoline, if you have enough gasoline, what you can do is control your inventory by selling stuff. So you go to the auto sell option, customize, and for example, you add energy, and you want to sell energy so it does not fill your inventory. If your warehouse has 20 slots, you want to sell energy when you get to 10, because the minimum to sell is 10, right? So when you reach 20, you will sell 10, and you will keep 10. So that way you will never sell all of your energy. You will always have energy, and you sell the excess, right? And that way you always have room. So you add the item. So you see here, flour, we don't keep any flour. We want to just sell the flour as soon as possible. Energy, we want to keep 10, and then it sells 10 because 10 is the minimum you can sell for, right? So hopefully that should control your inventory. If you reach 20 energy, if there's an imbalance and all the water gets used, then you would sell everything. And the same goes for water. Water usually just produces very fast, and energy gets used very fast. So the same thing applies. You add here, keep 10 water, but if you reach 20, sell, right? So that's what you do. You just keep it like that. And if we get too much water, when we get to 20, if we get to 20, it triggers an auto sell, and it sells 10, and you keep 10. And that way you always have some space in your warehouse to put energy or other products that need to be managed. And this is for 2 elements. If you have more products being stored, then things need to change, because you're gonna have to increase your number of warehouses and storage capacity, because otherwise it's just not gonna reach your trigger. You cannot accumulate 10 and trigger the auto sale at 10 as well, because you're not gonna have enough space to build up that capacity. So you would need to increase your storage capacity. So we're producing energy already. We're producing gasoline. So we are good. We finished the tutorial. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. Well, you can and you should, to start thinking about like a power plant. So your buildings, for example, the refinery costs 6. With a power plant, it would reduce the cost depending on the location. But this is like a good example on how to get to gas. And then when you get to gas, then you can at least sell and be auto-sufficient with the rest of the production. Because if you can't sell, then your game is dead. If you can make gasoline, well, you can make changes, you can go left and right, you can wait for 1 or 2 hours to just make a lot of money, and then use that money to make the changes you need around the town, like cutting down trees, making roads, moving marshes, you know, all that stuff. Without money, you can't do it. And how do you make money? Well, by selling stuff. And how do you sell stuff? You need gas. So those are the 3 ingredients you need to keep your town running and to make changes and progress, is to always have gasoline to sell your stuff. Make sense? Does it make sense? Does it help? And this is like beginner stuff, right? You know that this is if you have a little bit of town start experience, you know that this is like not a good setup at all. It's just an example on how things work, right? I would not build this type of setup for myself, but it works for what it is. Any more doubts? Any more questions? Let me know. Miss Carol, let me know if you need any help or if you have any questions. Does this help you? Now you want to start? Yeah, just close your town that said like 1 day left. Go to the change server. Go to the development server that says 15 days left, and make a town there. What I suggest is to do this. When you're looking for a town, being here by the water, it's not bad, but it has limitations, because this is the sea, and the salt water on your town makes the salt, so the salt water has a passive effect on your town. So you see here, for example, these trees are going to be red because the salt affects your ground passively. So let me show you here. There's a tool I use. So for example, if we have water here, salt water here, this is how it affects your crops. So if I want to build a tree here, look at what happens. The timer goes from 60 to 240 seconds. Okay? And if you put the tree here, it goes to 120 seconds. And if you put the tree here, then it will go to 60 seconds. And here, obviously, 480. This is too long. When you're doing this, you don't want to build anything there, because this is salt water and it affects your crops. So you wanna, if you're doing trees near the salt, near the sea, you just want to have trees away from the sea, which can be a restriction. If you have a lake, if this is a lake, look what happens. There's no salty. And if I have water, then this is what I have. I have a lot of passive water. So what do I want to do? Trees are essential for any build, right? And if I have trees near the river or a lake, the timers are on 60. That's the minimum. They're on green and they're fully watered. They have 5 water. So they are fully watered, you can see here, and they can be built immediately. They respawn every 60 seconds. They're ready to go. They're ready to be picked up. Okay? So there's many other things you can check in the game. It's very complex, but it's just slowly and little by little it will help. And yeah, we're here to answer questions. Just ask away, and we're here to help. For example, if you have a mountain here is represented by red. Well, obviously it does not have water, but what it does have is shade. Its shade and wind block is the same, almost the same feature. So you can see, like, I cannot build anything here because it's too close to the mountain and it's not good. So if I want to build any trees, they're gonna have to be here, right? But I don't have any water here, so I have to, in order to have this, then I have to have some water, right? So I can water these trees. Otherwise they just take too long. Your tutorial really helped me so far as a beginner. 60% I understand, the rest I'll ask you later. I need to change the server and choose a good location again. Yeah, absolutely. So here's what you need to do. If you are already in a town, just click your logo, your profile there, and you say create new town. Create new town, and it says press destroy town to restart your game from scratch, and you click destroy town. You enter the code 6583 and you go boom boom. So for you to start to sell things like wheat, yeah, now I need to change so the good location I will let you know here. I don't know if you have started already, but a good location, let me give you an example. So maybe it's maybe it might be easier for you. Let me just start. Have you chosen a location yet? No. Okay, so we are on the development server, so make sure you are on the development server. Are you? So for example, here there's still a lot of space. You can go to Australia, or you can do here as well. Oh, this is ocean. This is ocean. It's not good. It has to have like a brown outer line. You can do it here. You can do it here. Look, this place is okay for you. Forest, it's going to be a little bit more expensive on gas, but let me check. Maybe not so good. Over here is what? It's two gas. Never mind. Let's not go there. too expensive for you. All taken. Around here, Lake Victoria, 3 expensive. So we don't have a lot of space now. But I have a good place here. Go here. You see where I am? Like what is this? Mozambique? I think so. This is like African continent, and you have a good place here. Either this one or this one are good. You can use those. You can use here or here. Those are good for you because they only cost 1 gas. I can show you the map. Okay. So you see there's the 2 slots there, the river, the lake, it's here, and you can choose this one or this one, okay, because all the other ones are taken. The fresh water will give you passive water. The sea will not give you passive water. It will give you salty, and salty is not good for your crops. It conditions you. Where is that? It's in Africa. Africa. Got it? Anyone have questions? So when you're building a town, depending on what you want to do, but you also want to, even if it's just, well, yeah, depending on what you want to do, you need either mountain or plains or forest or desert. It doesn't matter. Just try to stay close to a town, to a city. That way, your timers will be smaller in terms of like selling. So the longer you take to sell, the harder it is to progress, because it takes time selling, right? The faster it is, the faster you can sell. So the rate that you can sell it makes it more practical and give you a little bit of an advantage. So the word is that Gala Games will increase the number of towns around the continents, the number of rivers, freshwater, so there won't be so many unused places around the maps that are completely like deserted, like this. Some places are like completely like deserted, like look at Australia. There's places that have like really high population, like here, for example. People here, they don't even care if there's water or not. They're just like, okay, this is where I live. They wanna build a town probably near where they live, which is fine. But they always focus near a town. Khartoum, so this is where they are. It's a nucleus. There's a town here, Mogadishu. So they're all congregated there. If you go same thing to here to Johannesburg, actually here, Port Elizabeth, Johannesburg, you see, so they congregate all around the towns because it's faster to sell and it's cheaper gas, right? Kinshasa. And there's some you see, people gather around the towns because, yeah, Lagos. But we need more towns and we need more lakes and rivers, so we have a better distribution of people on the map. Easier for everyone, for their bills as well. Okay, I'm going to choose a place for myself. To start again. Let me see here. Let me see. It's basically the same thing everywhere. Two. I'm gonna try here like this. I'm gonna try something different. So the trick here is to find the, where did I start? Oh, I forgot. Let me try here. The same location, but it's the, oh, I started on the left. Let's try this. Trying to choose a place. Okay. It's better, but it's still not what we want. So here's the thing. What I want to do, I think this is okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that kind of works. I want to have an oil seep that I can use for my refineries and my power plants. But I wanted it closer to the water, and there's a way to do it. I just don't know how to do it yet. I'll have to investigate. Let me see. I need to order some food. So for me, the start is slightly different because, well, I have some NFTs that I usually use for my build. So what I usually do is just, well, I sell the wheat, sell off the wheat, and I do something along the lines of placing the wheat stand down, placing a windmill, and then eggs. So I do chicken coop. So in this case, what could I do here would be, let's put it here, let's say, and let's say the windmill would go there. This is sort of a fast start. Also, I just noticed, because I have this, I can have that instead. I don't have to use the normal, I can use my own, which is faster and saves me gas as well. Usually have to gas, and a little bit of a time shave, 30 seconds difference. And as soon as I get rid of this, I'm actually going to start my other place was better than this. I think just because it was away from the water, but I actually not even sure. So here on the desert, it's extremely important if you have trees built, because they can be quite the problem if you don't get them ready fast enough. So what I'm doing here is a sort of a fast start, and I can also remove this. I don't need that one. I'm going to, because they are so far, I'm gonna get a lumberjack ready. Don't have to worry too much about crops. I just wanna get to another 10 and sell here. So I'm just gonna keep these, because the windmill will be fed by the wheat stand automatically, so I don't need to worry too much about wheat. And also my production is not about wheat, is just I just want to make money to do a standard rush. I have money to build what I want to build, and this is, in my case, the fastest way to do it. No NFTs works. We just did one. Like, it took like what? No NFTs. It took like what? An hour and a half. It's fast. Here is going to take longer if you don't have NFTs, but that's why the forest is as a strong start is because you can sell the pawns to make money to start faster. On the desert, because you don't have pawns, things take a little bit longer, but if you have NFTs, it can be quite strong. So we just sold wheat, and now we don't need wheat. We don't need wheat. We don't need a silo, and we don't need a farmer. So we remove all of those. We pocket the cash, and we call in a rancher. We call in a rancher that is going to help us with our things. Let's just get this done here. A little bit of road. So these buildings that I have here will not affect production. These are too far, and these do not affect production. And this is not necessary here. So now I have 13. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. We got a lumberjack, we do. Okay, we have one flower. Now we wait a little bit. I'm starting to think that the other method is a little bit faster. I think we should have kept the wheat for a couple of turns. Yeah, that might be better. Better opportunity here. Let's see. I'm still testing because I haven't done too many desert builds, so I'm still learning the desert beginnings, the desert rush. So I want to do first so the wheat. Place windmill. Place wheat stand. And do not remove wheat silo. Farmer until chicken coop. So here we can do a little trick, which is this, and we'll make things a little bit faster. So the way I do it is I put the windmill and I put the chicken coop, but I usually keep the wheat a little bit longer so I can keep making money, so it's just a tiny little bit more effective. Right now I just sold the wheat too soon and got rid of it too soon, so it's definitely not a good thing to do. I think it's best to just keep it a bit and then use the resources that we have there, the farmer and the silo and make sure we have enough money to get the coop going, and then it's a lot easier. You can keep selling a little bit instead of like using the gas. You can keep selling wheat, and then once you get the coop done, then it's a little bit easier. This is the slow start. I should have done that. I should have kept the wheat, right? Also because the lumberjacks have to walk so far to get the wood, I think I will get another one, and then as soon as possible I'll do some road. I'll have some road here to the trees, because otherwise we're just gonna slow down. We're gonna bottleneck there. We're 6 flour ready, so we're past 50% already. So it's pretty good. We don't really need this, because with this build we don't really, because we have water here, we don't really have a necessity for that. That way we have more room available for the chicken coops. We'll do one at a time, but still better to have space. Again, the chicken coop can be placed here near the windmill because they don't cause any shade or wind block. So that's fine. Got the flour. Okay, we got 27. We received the funds from the sale. Ranch. Chicken coop. 2 workers, but we don't have wood. So that sucks. Yeah, the road needs to be need to bring that road down to speed things up, otherwise it's just gonna take forever. Gonna take ages. We bring this here maybe. We have a sale incoming from the flour in just a few minutes, so we're gonna push this so we can get a little bit faster here. So the difference between the forest, when you need to get rid of these scrubs or cacti, like the cactus is 10,000 and the scrubs are 300, so that's a huge difference when you're trying to remove stuff from your map. Well, it's a huge difference, as you can see. So yeah, it might be worth it. It might be a slower start, but then you don't have to remove many things, so you can kind of straight away move into a more finalized build, because you don't have to build too much around trees and ponds and rocks and marshes. There's a lot less stuff going on in these maps, and they will be easier to build. Where are we? 3. We're about to sell again. And we just finished the coop. Okay, we're gonna... Let's finish this one first. Let's get it done. Actually, that was a mistake. It should have been... It should have been... Oh, this guy. Okay, it's going. That's good. Okay, so we can do this. We can do this. We can do pastures. We're gonna remove pastures because pastures take way too long. So we're gonna replace them by meadows. Just for now. Oh, okay, I remember what I was going to do. Why didn't we sell? Okay, we're selling now. Oh, we don't have it? Oh, we don't have it on auto sale, that's why. Okay, remove the wheat, add the flour, add. Okay, now we're selling flour. We have a little bit of time left, it's okay. Where'd she go? Where'd the chicken go? We're gonna be producing eggs. That's our first batch of eggs. Well, for now, I will keep meadows, but afterwards I will have to get a trough and some feed mills to get it from the wheat stand. Meanwhile, the chicken are chickening. Seconds. So you can see that this timer is very, very big. Very, very long timer to sell. So ideally, you would get a place closer to town where your timer is less. Being this close or being this far from town is just hinders your progress, because instead of like having your sale like done like 30 seconds ago and receive your money 30 seconds ago, you're just receiving it 2 minutes later. So that just kind of like stops you from going, from producing, from building, because it just takes too long sometimes. So ideally you want to get a place where it's a lot closer than this, right? What did I want to do? Was it another one? Completely forgot what I wanted to do. Yeah, let's just do another one. What we can do here is let's do this one first. We can get some more farm for trees here. Do one more and that's it. cannot be wait. These obviously need water because it has passive water like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But so if you don't have an NFT or something, you would have to build another line of ponds here, right? In this case, I can use this and that will water the plants. One more wood. Should be a little bit faster now. In fact, I think I might just add another lumberjack. Actually, I won't because I don't want to run out of money. I'll wait. So the advantage with chicken is that there's 3 chicken. They walk, they move not that slow. They require only 3 feed, 1 wood and 1 water. So they basically can be placed anywhere. It's extremely easy and extremely cheap in terms of like maintenance on their passive needs. So they produce quite fast. So yeah, that's a good way to produce fast eggs and sell them as soon as possible and make a profit. You can use that profit either to build more chicken coops or to just start doing something else. But in my case, I want to do about 5 or 6 chicken coop, and yeah, and keep going. All right, I'll be right back. I need to go get my food. It's just 1 second.